This is Cult of the Lamb, a game where I play as a lamb. My goal is to start a cult and achieve world domination, while also getting as many achievements as I possibly can in just 100 days. That means I have to fight all bosses, gain a lot of followers, catch all fish in the game, fully upgrade my cult, and defeat the one who waits. The game starts as I walk down a long path to some kind of altar. This is where I meet 4 bishops: Leshy, Hecate, Calamar and Shimura. You might be wondering why a cute little lamb is getting executed. Well, there was a prophecy that a lamb like me would overthrow the 4 bishops. So naturally, they killed off every single lamb. And I was the last one. As the executioner swung his weapon, no, don't chop my head off, I was suddenly in some kind of foggy afterlife. Oh, this is peaceful. Where I met the one who waits. He offers me a pretty good deal. I will give you life again, but at a price. He asks me to start a cult in his name, and I receive a red crown and come back alive. With a sword in hand, I defeat a couple of enemies and escape the altar. We're back alive and we have a knife. A sword actually. Dodge, roll, attack. Easy. I meet with Ratau, who was previously the chosen vessel, just like me. He was sent to guide me and warns me about the enemies ahead. My instructions are to lead you to safety, continue through the woods, escape lies ahead. I will be close by. I figured out I could smash everything, so that's what I did. Just casually destroying everything. I dodged, rolled and defeated a bunch of enemies and made my way to a level where I meet Ratau again. He points me to a lost soul that I can save by defeating the enemies in the room. Rescue them and they would have no choice but to join your new cult. Almighty bishops of the old faith, we ask you to accept the sacrifice of the stretched soul. Hey, who interrupts our ritual and trespasses on the sacred ground? When the lost soul was rescued, he disappeared in some kind of portal, waiting for indoctrination. Wait, where did he go? Follower awaits indoctrination. At the end of the level, Ratau tells me that the red crown gives me the ability to open the portal and begin my cult. It will take you to a temple that has fallen to ruin. There you will be able to begin your new cult. Okay, let's go. As I reach my cult, I can indoctrinate my first follower named Joltry. Indoctrinate into cult. First follower, the first devotee to the Cult of the Lamb. Let's go! Joltry is his name. I wasn't bothered with the customization, so I just let him be. I gave him the order to mine some stone, while I also collected some wood and stone. With the materials, I could build a cooking fire to feed my followers. The followers need to eat and it's up to you to provide meals for them. The hunger of your cult can be seen on the top left of the screen. When this gets too low, followers begin to starve. Oh no, okay, so we also have to think about our followers. Find more food while crusading. Pick routes that pass through foraging locations. Plant farms to grow your own food. Seeds can be purchased on or found while crusading. I collected a bunch of berries on the ground and cooked my first meal. Oh, okay, this is also a mini game. That's fun. With my 1 follower, I open the door to Darkwood and go on my first crusade. With my trusty sword and 3 hearts, I begin my journey. As I enter the area, I meet Clonak. He gives me the option to pick a tarot card. That gives me some sort of power or advantage on this crusade. Ooh, we can pick the Lovers or Master of Art. A heart offered, a vowed mate. Plus 1 heart. Or overall weapon damage increased by 1. After defeating some enemies, I meet Leshy, the first bishop that I have to defeat, and also the youngest one. Oh, this is Leshy. How can this be? You were put to the blade, lamb, as all your kind were, and yet here stand before me, unrepentant. The crown is power, could it be? But I'm stronger still. Turn tail and run, the little lamb. After getting through multiple areas, I enter the battle arena where I have to fight my first mini-boss. With only 2 hearts left and not really sure what to do, I got defeated by the mini-boss. Luckily I did not die, but I meet the one who waits again and he sends me back to my cult. After collecting some berries and making some more meals for my followers, I went right back into Darkwood to try and defeat the mini-boss the second time. On the second crusade, I free another follower and send him to my cult. The second time I was able to defeat the mini-boss, which turns out to be just another follower. Oh my god, that was way easier the second time. Defeat the non-believers, defeat the first mini-boss. Oh look, it's just the baby! To reach the bishop, I had to complete this crusade 4 times, 1 for each quarter of the door. I indoctrinate my 2 new followers and immediately got told that I suck. Haha, you died, you suck. Why does he say that? Cult leader, more like cult loser? You wanna pick a fight? By completing my crusade, I had enough coins to build a shrine. Oh, he's building it for me. Who's the loser now, huh? A place where my followers can worship me. By worshipping, I can collect devotion, which can be used to upgrade my cult. I was now able to build a temple, where I could perform sermons and rituals to increase the faith in this cult. Preacher of truth, let the word be known. Another achievement. When I go on my second crusade, Ratau gives me a new crown ability, where I can use Fervor to target enemies from further away with some kind of special attack. It's a righteous anger earned by striking down non-believers and works like ammunition for your curses. It will drop when you slay an enemy. Collecting it reveal your curses. As I reach a crossroad in my crusade, I decide to go for another follower. In the next area, I meet Harrow. They offered me 3 stone pieces, which completed my first commandment stone. This stone allows us to declare our first doctrine. You have found enough fragments to form a commandment stone. Commandment stones are used to declare new doctrines for your cult to follow. Use the altar in your temple to declare a new doctrine whenever you form a new commandment stone. I meet Glonek to pick up a tarot card and make my way to the new mini-boss. Sadly, I made the same mistake as last time and I got defeated again. Luckily, the one who waits still wasn't mad and sent me back to my cult. My followers thought I was weak, so the faith in the cult went down. I did welcome my 5th follower in the cult. Oh, the follower did come out. Gain 5 followers, the flock grows. And unlocked a new fleece that I could wear. Oh, transform, unlock a new fleece. With the commandment stone, I declared a doctrine. Bonfire ritual, dance around the flame to increase the cult's faith. In order to perform a ritual, I needed bones that I could find during the crusades. With the new divine inspiration point, I unlocked farming plots, where I'm able to grow seeds. On my next crusade, I got a poisonous axe instead of a sword. I picked up a new follower on the way and collected a bunch of materials. On the second try, I was able to defeat this mini-boss. As a reward, I picked up some seeds. I meet the one who waits again, and he tells me about the ability to read my followers' minds. Interact with followers to read their thoughts, as well as see how hungry, tired or sick they are. Back at the cult, Joltree tells me that I have to clean up the place, otherwise people would get sick. So I clean up some poop and use divine points to unlock sleeping bags and the farming bundle. Now I was able to build 6 sleeping bags for my 6 followers. I also built a bunch of plots and a farmer station, so I could grow food for my followers. At day 4, it was finally time to name my cult. While live streaming all 100 days, the only obvious name was Cult of Streams. I did my daily sermon and did my first ritual to increase the faith. Well, everybody's happy. Crosser of Threshold, a new world awaits. When I meet Ratau, I unlock another part of the map. I went to the Lonely Shack and got familiar with the game Knucklebones. Your score is calculated by adding all your dice together. Match dice. When dice of the same number are placed in the same column, multiply their value. Destroy your opponent's dice by matching yours to theirs. While I wasn't really sure how to play the game, I got a lot of help from my chat. When I defeated Ratau, which was the easy difficulty, I got an achievement. Game of Chance, win a game of Knucklebones. As a reward, I unlocked another tarot card. On day 5, I was able to upgrade my cult to level 2. On day 6, I went back on another crusade and unlocked some tarot cards and some follower forms. I meet Healup, who sells followers. This follower was 68% off, so I had to buy him. I also meet Rakshasa, who sells stuff. I kept hitting the snail and suddenly got attacked by him. I quickly ran away to the next area and unlocked another tarot card. When I reached the mini-boss area, I meet the bishops. So it is true, the red crown sits upon the brow of another. But how? We did everything we could. It matters not. We need not bother Shamuria with this. Deal with it, brother. As you command, my sister. With extra hearts, I had no difficulty to beat this mini-boss. The door was now done for 3/4, so the next time I would go in, I had to fight Leshy, the bishop. I meet the one who waits again, and he tells me I have to defeat the 4 bishops in order to free him. He gives me a doctrine that I can use to sacrifice followers. I knew I needed a lot of materials, so I built a lumberyard, so I could get some more wood. I went straight back into Darkwood and meet Leshy. Finally, let us end this. I'll be awaiting you in my temple. Come, witness true power. Oh. I also meet the fisherman and unlock a new part of the map. Oh, who's this guy? The fisherman. Hey kiddo, keep your eyes off my fishies. There ain't enough for both of us. The best fishing can be found at Pilgrim's Passage. Where's that, you say? Let me show you. Opening up another part of the map. I defeat every enemy on my way and finally reach the boss fight. I didn't know what power Leshy had, but I was in for a fun fight. With enough hearts from the tarot cards, I defeated Leshy in my first try. We got him! Defeat Leslie! As a reward, I get a Heart of Heretic. With this defeat, one of the chains of the door to the one who waits broke. On day 10, I built another lumberyard, so I could keep up with all the demand of building stuff. Joltree tells me some sick followers want to join the cult. I accepted it just because I want some more friends. Nemetri tells me he wants to eat a meal of poop. Sadly, one of the other followers ate it and died. The first death. Salvation awaits the fallen soul. Oh my god, I killed him. I didn't have a body pit yet, so I just threw the body somewhere in the corner. Faith was at an all-time low, and one of my followers was dissenting against me. So I threw a sermon and hoped no other followers wanted to leave. I unlocked the new doctrine and told them about the afterlife. With the Heart of Heretic, I unlocked the hunger ability. I was now able to eat a meal and gain an extra heart before I leave on a crusade. A lot of followers got sick, and it felt like my whole cult went to shit. I was kinda done with all the difficult names of the new followers, so from now on I just named them by the color or what they look like. Ooh, gained 10 followers. This is Wolf. I got an achievement for gaining 10 followers. I went to a pilgrim's passage and met the fisherman again. He tells me that I have to catch every species of fish. Here I was able to catch some fish that I could later cook for my followers. I went inside the lighthouse and meet the lighthouse keeper. He needs help with relighting the lighthouse. I didn't mean to do that, but I got an achievement. Bringer of Light, reignite the lighthouse. For the next couple of days, I upgraded the farm with a stone mine, cooked some meals for my followers and opened the door to Anura that leads to Hecate. I defeat a bunch of flaming frogs and collect some wood before I reach the mini-boss. Because I only had half a heart left, I died again. Dead again. The follower who was dissenting also left the cult. I really can't be sad about that. On the second try, I do defeat the mini-boss. Oh my god, we got it. It was so close. I was half a heart. I upgraded the farm with some extra plots, a refinery and an outhouse. I suddenly saw that one of the followers turned into a zombie and I didn't know how to fix it. And when all the followers were sleeping, he ate another follower. Whoa, what's going on? He ate somebody. The only right thing to do was to sacrifice Groundhog the zombie. Yay, they're happy we killed one of them. Sacrifice a follower, we got an achievement. I also cooked a follower meat meal and got an achievement. Oh, cook a follower meat meal. For the next couple of days, I made my way through all the crusades. I meet Kemek and unlock the relic ability. I meet a bunch of mushrooms and unlock a new area on the map, the Spore Grotto. I unlock a new doctrine to perform a ritual fast. Perform a ritual at your temple to declare a fast. Followers will not eat or be hungry for the next 3 days. On day 21, I welcomed a bunch of new followers, Broccoli, Purple and Bluey. I went back to Pilgrim's Passage to collect some more fish. I just couldn't collect this last species, so I had to do that some other time. I went to Spore Grotto and bought a bunch of tarot cards before I met with Zozo. He wants me to collect mushrooms for the ability to control my followers. So during the crusade, I collected a lot of them. As a reward, I got a shard piece. With a full piece, I was able to lock fleeces. I unlocked the Fleece of the Fates. I also made a medical tent, so I was able to help my sick followers get instantly better. After completing multiple crusades and defeating 3 mini-bosses at day 29, it was finally time to go and defeat Hecate. After getting defeated by Hecate multiple times, I finally defeated him at day 36. Let's go! We did it, guys! We did it! One of my followers tried to dissent, but I put him in a prison that I recently built. By re-educating him, I was able to make him believe again and he returned to the cult. I used my followers to open up the door to Anchor Deep, to ultimately defeat Calamar. With my hammer in hand, I quickly made my way through 3 crusades. These mini-bosses were way easier to defeat and I quickly indoctrinated them in my cult. I declared a new doctrine and was now able to perform a funeral to increase the faith. With the Divine Point, I unlocked the confession booth. I can now take confessions to increase the faith from my followers. Take a confession! Achievement done. I tried to defeat Calamar at day 44, but got killed by one of his many fireballs attack. I went back to the cult and declared another doctrine. Now I didn't have to worry anymore about feeding my followers some meals, because I could just give them grassy meals. I went back to the fishing spot and finally got the one missing species. Finally, catch one of every fish. Calamar was probably the hardest bishop to defeat, so I made a summoning circle. Now I could turn my followers into demons for some extra hearts or extra damage during the crusades. It kinda depends on the follower. After multiple deaths, at day 54 I was finally time to defeat Calamar. With the right tarot cards and 9 hearts to start, I finally killed him. Oh, we did it! To show my progress, I started displaying the trophies that I got for defeating the bishops. I upgraded the cult with some better sleeping quarters, indoctrinated some more followers and gave my followers some presents before I went back on another crusade. This time I opened up the door to Silk Cradle. Definitely the worst world, because I hate spiders. Luckily I get a ranged weapon called the Blunderbuss, so I don't have to get close to the creatures. I did have to get used to it, but it was actually a pretty nice weapon. On my first crusade in Silk Cradle, I meet Shamura, the 4th bishop I have to defeat. He turns one of my followers against me, and I have to kill my beloved Fanfi the elephant. Oh! I have to kill my own follower? You shall be missed. I defeated the mini spider boss and returned to the cult. Back at the cult, I built a fertilizer silo so that I could store all my fertilizer. The followers can use it to fertilize the seeds and grow them faster. I used the Heart of Heretic to unlock a fleece with the ability to instantly return to the base while on a crusade. While doing my daily sermon, I got a message from some kind of snake. He tells me about sin and how to harvest/gather it. You can now know how sinful a follower has been. Once they have sinned enough, they will become consumed by it. I instantly get a doctrine for it and do the ritual. On my second crusade in Steel Cradle, I unlocked Midas' cave on the map, the last area. Find all 5 locations, we get an achievement. I definitely had to check that out later. I also meet Shamura again and get the option to bow or refuse. Obviously I refuse and I have to fight another mini boss, Vapor the Centipede. Back in the cult, I put a non-believer in prison and get rid of a dead follower. I made some grassy bowls of food and gathered some materials. With the bodies stacking up, I have to build another crypt. I go to Midas' cave and meet Midas, a greedy gold lover. Here I can make gold donations or buy devotion with coins. I buy a bunch of devotion and unlock another divine inspiration point, which I use to fully upgrade the cult. Hey, an achievement! Fully upgrade your cult. The next couple of days I go back on crusades to open the door to Shamura. To defeat Shamura, I decide to bring some demons from the summoner circle with me for an extra heart and some extra health during the run. So on day 75 I went in with enough hearts. I'm not going to lie, Shamura was way easier to defeat than some other bishops. Woohoo! Defeat Shamura! I meet the one who waits and he tells me to give up the crown to him again. But I wasn't ready. Back at the cult, I unlocked 2 new doctrines. After defeating Shamura, the door to the one who waits opened up. But in order to go through the gateway, I need to have 20 followers. With 8 followers left, I was in for a grind. The next couple of days, I went back on crusades to gather as many followers as I could get. But I did get 20 followers at day 86. Gain 20 followers, we did it! With 22 followers and a dream, I went to the boss fight. This time without demons, because I wanted to scope this battle out first. I wasn't sure I was able to defeat him in the first time anyway. I picked my own weapon and special attack and walked down the pathway towards the one who waits. I refused to give up the crown and had to fight the last bishop. Before I could fight the bishop, I had to fight his little minions, Baal and Aim. Baal wasn't that hard to defeat, but I lost a lot of hearts defeating Aim. With half a heart left, I knew I wasn't going to defeat the one who waits. After I got defeated, I went straight back in, but this time with more hearts and 2 demons on my side. This time I defeat his helpers easily and I get to the endgame with more hearts. After dodging all the chains and fireballs, I thought I defeated the bishop. We did it! Did we do it? But of course there was another stage I had to complete. This time the bishop got more scarier and the attacks were even crazier. With half a heart left, I defeated the bishop. Oh my god, we did it! I decided to spare the one who waits and indoctrinated him in my cult. I guess I am the new bishop now. So after 87 days, I completed the main story of the game. For 100% in Cult of the Lamp, there was still a lot of grinding to do. I'm not sure if I will ever complete 100% of Cult of the Lamp, but we might play some more days in this game. Thank you guys for watching and make sure to like and subscribe to see more game challenges.